This is the official second theory of the mini series. This time it is my thought rather than his, except both of us have never played it. This is the DLC Fnaf Ruin. Of course, the very first DLC of the franchise.
Except for the Help Wanted one. You're forgetting about that.
Well, yeah. I would say that's more of a sequel.
It costs $12.
Yeah, but Into the Pit cost $15. Is that a DLC?
No. For me, it costs $40.
40? I didn't even purchase it. It was free on Epic. But
You PC players. Anyway, back to the theory.
sorry about that. But this is about the ending of one of the more interesting endings of a FNAF game. It's the one where Cassie is on the elevator and Gregory says, "Oh, they can't find us. If they do, they will cause havoc on the rest of the people." And he cuts the elevator line, leading us to believe that Cassie falls and dies. Which is likely true, which is the reason we don't see
But we're
her.
hoping otherwise.
Yes. But that's probably the reason she isn't ever mentioned before or after. Then again, the game after was a prequel, so we wouldn't have heard about her. But anyway, the theory is that if Gregory was the actual one that killed, well, yeah, we'll say killed Cassie, because there was a mimic in that game. We already knew that. That was the introduction of the mimic to the storyline. Well, not into timeline, but in the games in order. It was.
What he's basically trying to say is that there's two frickin' mimics.
I was getting there. In FNAF Secret of the Mimic, we know that there's two mimics, one representing Fiona and one representing David. However, can you... Aw, man. In this game, if one of the mimics are still around, I imagine the other mimic is still around. That leading me to speculate that there's a chance that M2 or M1, whichever one, was into the one that was fighting off against Roxy, was the one that cut the wire. Unless Gregory is rather just a
Bad friend.
maniacal little a-hole.
Yep.
It could be.
If you enjoyed
that it
the
wasn't him at all.
experience, don't forget to like and favorite the
So,
game. It really helps us keep creating new content. Thanks for the support.
This is one that I don't really know if I have an answer to, but thinking. This is only one ending though, because one of the other endings is them going off in a separate place and actually surviving. But of course, when you survive in a FNAF game, that usually means it's not the right ending. Unless you're the true ending of FNAF Secret of the Mimic. In that case, that was the right ending.
You know what?
Later.
Also, another announcement. To know more of the lore for myself, I am going to be asking my parents if I can get Secret of the Mimic. I mean, I have 200. Nope, I'm not allowed. No, I'm not going to say that.
He has a disclosed amount of money.
Yeah.
To the point where he could purchase it with his own.
Yep.
If he gets it, then that'll be an easier way to explain the story of that game. But if not, I will just be winging that one. Not winging it, because I actually played the game multiple times and I've gotten multiple endings. But yeah, that'll be one of the things we do later on. If not, soon. Because I kind of just explained the entire storyline to him. Before we get this.
No. Gosh darn it. Yeah.
Anyway,
You kinda did.
he asked me to, so I'm not really gonna put that on myself. But that was it. How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about your theory?
Yes.
I believe that it's a shot at being true. I mean, as we know, the mimics do have voice mimication, so it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say that there. Plus, you said there was 2 mimics, so it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say that the other one was in cahoots with the other, and Snip Snip killed Cass, killed our what Mad Pat first thought was Elizabeth protagonist.
Yep. And just a little bit of clarification.
Multiple references to Mad Pat, because he was actually, believe it or not, the main inspiration for this channel, at least for me.
Same here. But what? He's in my room.
Ooh. Yep. I have a really good feeling that this has a shot at being true.
There is. Then again, when they did, Edwin was the only one that played it, and they discontinued it after. That may be why we never see it until it is older and dug up, essentially.
Yeah.
Because once the building, like, we'll say collapses partially, we see it. Because that could be a sign that maybe we already know there's a building under, but you know, there could be maybe like a whole other thing down there. And at the closest
Anyway, sorry, you continue.
I was going to say the closest we got to the costume manor was in the Fnaf 4 house. Maybe why we never saw it.
Anyway, yeah, that's his theory this time about the FNAF Security Breach Ruin ending. So goodbye, and remember, it's just a theory, folks.
Okay. Thanks for watching.